through tourism. Preparations for the 8th Islamic Conference of Tourism Ministers started a couple of months ago, but on Tuesday, the National Organizing Committee of the Conference broke news of the provision of a fleet of 32 brand new vehicles by the head of state to transport delegates to and from the venue. Mama J was at the news conference and she reports more than 32 countries have confirmed their participation in the Banjul conclave that runs from the 4th to the 6th of December.
Hosting for the first time the Islamic Conference of Tourism Ministers in the country. It could be recalled that the organization was founded in 1969, with the Gambia becoming a member 5 years later in 1974. Since then, the country has been effectively participating in the organization. The 56-member group seeks, among other things, to promoting Islam and unite member countries under one umbrella. Fostering wealth through tourism will be the center of discussions during the high-level conference, as tourism play an important role in the socio-economic development of member states.
In terms of marketing the destination, we've been very aggressive. We've been so aggressive that our winter season is outsold. I'm sure if this particular participants decide to come to the Gambia next winter season, we will have more problem in terms of beds. So the GT board, as well as the ministry and all the key stakeholders within the tourism sector, have been very busy selling the destination.
The program will be preceded by a two-day experts meeting, during which participants will be looking at issues of common interest that is relevant to the activities of the organization and its members, review both short and long-term programs for the strengthening and promotion of cooperation among member states in the field of tourism and other related sectors, in line with the OIC framework of development and cooperation. The Permanent Secretary, Minister of Tourism and Culture, Mamadou Diouf, described the program as history-making event.
Government of the Gambia has put all the necessary measures, whether in terms of hotel accommodation, whether in terms of transportation, or whether in terms of equipment. All of these have arrived in the country.
The meeting was conceived in March this year, when the Gambia expressed interest in hosting the 8th edition of the ICTM, with the country meeting all the requirements, thanks to the support of the Gambian leader. According to officials, the success of this meeting will be used as a springboard to hosting the 2019 OIC Kings and Heads of States meeting in the Gambia. The Tourism and Culture Minister, Fatoumata Diop Ndiaye, recognized President Jammeh's efforts in providing 32 vehicles towards the successful organization of the program.
We have the security services also participating. The police, they supported us by providing the personalized car number plates you can see. His Excellency provided the vehicles. They were creative enough to say we're going to personalize the car number plates, each car with the country's name, OIC, UNWTO, etc. They also participated.
Deliberations on the contemporary challenges of OIC member states and modalities of consolidating intra-OIC tourism cooperation would engage the attention of the international convergent. The conference will also examine the implementation of the OIC framework for development and cooperation in the domain of tourism between member states. The tourism ministers are also expected to, among other things, formulate a draft mechanism and criteria for the selection of OIC City of Tourism and the award of OIC Seals of Excellence for Handicrafts. The agenda will also include a discussion on the establishment of an Islamic Heritage Center and the development of health tourism for member states. Officials further reveal the Secretary General of the OIC is also expected to deliver a statement on the need for tourism policy harmonization and effective interaction between tourism providers in member countries, and as well discuss ways of developing tourism infrastructures and investment promotion among OIC member states. Mama J, Grts.
Well, tourism experts from participating countries have been working ahead of the commencement of that high-level ministerial convergence to, among other things, ensure hitch-free implementation of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation's framework for the development and cooperation in the lucrative domain of tourism between OIC member countries. Aissatou Bajansar has more on that meeting.
host to the 8th Islamic Conference of Tourism Ministers from Organization of Islamic Conference member states from the 4th to the 6th of December 2013 with the theme Fostering Wealth Creation Through Tourism Development. The high-level meeting, which is seeking to look at ways of boosting tourism in OIC member states, brings together tourism ministers from OIC member states and representatives of relevant OIC institutions, regional and international organizations, among others. The conference is expected to examine the implementation of the OIC framework for development and cooperation in the domain of tourism between OIC member states in the light of the report of the Coordination Committee on Facilitation and Promotion of Tourism in OIC member states. Preceding the ministers' meeting to be held on Friday, the 6th of December, was the senior official meeting, which is expected to serve as the basis of discussion for the ministers' meeting. The outgoing chairman of the experts meeting, Ali Haji Zizari from Iran, which played host to the 7th OIC Conference of Tourism Ministers, reminded the gathering of how crucial the expert meeting is to the success of the ministers' meeting, saying the tourism sector continues to be a driving force for economic growth among OIC member states, contributing immensely to the GDPs of member states, providing jobs for millions. Thus the need for them to critically look into issues at hand.
Mr. Chairman, distinguished colleagues, tourism development has always received primary attention of the entire OIC family, considering the fact that the exchange of services in the tourism sector have contributed to the growth and development of the economies of the 57 member countries of the organization. Apart from its economic growth potentials, tourism has always remained very significant in the promotion of solidarity within the Ummah and international understanding.
Tourism, according to the Permanent Secretary Ministry of Tourism, Mahmoud Diouf, who is also the new chairman of the senior official meeting, said that tourism has emerged as one of the most important tools for achieving the goals of poverty eradication and job creation in OIC countries, hence the need to strengthen cooperation among OIC member states.
The fact that the Gambia has offered to host this meeting is a clear testimony of our commitment to the affairs of the OIC. The Gambia, as some of you might be aware, is a tourist haven in Africa. Tourism contributes about 16% to the gross domestic product and is the second largest foreign exchange earner for our country. It provides employment to thousands of Gambians, both directly and indirectly. The government of the Gambia therefore attaches great importance to tourism because of its significant contribution to the economy.
With tourism being not only a major player in the Gambia's economy, but also an avenue for job creation for many, especially the youth folk, one could not but anticipate that the outcome of this historic meeting will help bolster the gains the country continues to register in the hospitality industry. For anything, fast-tracking our tourism development goals will augur well the improvements of lives and livelihood. Aissatou Badian, sir, Grts.
Voters in Kiang West constituency will go to polling booths tomorrow, Thursday, 5th December, to elect a new National Assembly member. The candidates of ruling Alliance for Patriotic Reorientation and Construction and the opposition National Reconciliation Party have been crisscrossing the length and breadth of the constituency to increase their share of the vote. Ibrahim Balde, who covered the nomination in Mansakonko, gives us this update on the eve of the D-Day.
Campaign for the Kiang West seat at the National Assembly has ended. In few hours' time, voters in this constituency will head to the polls to either vote for the APRC candidate Menatanjai or Pature Bajinka of the opposition NRP. The two candidates were nominated some weeks back at the IEC's regional office in Mansakonko in the Lower River region. There's an estimated 9,000 votes up for grabs in the Kiang West constituency, and candidates hope a massive voter turnout could decide the race. In his address to the candidates and supporters during the nomination, IEC's returning officer, Anthony Robert Seca, disclosed that counting would be done on